Hello, everybody. What's going on? This is Andrew, and today I'm continuing my exploration of the Spirits deck that I think exists in Standard with this white-blue aggressive version that I came up with. It's been performing pretty well. I'm still making some tweaks, but this is what I've come up with for now. So at the 1-drop slot, we've got Stonebinder's Familiar and Usher of the Fallen. This thing's a spirit dog. This thing's a spirit. They both help us with our Geistlight Snare creature count. Then we've got some Clarion Spirits, some Mischievous Catgeists, and some Dorotheas. I don't know what all to put at the 2-drop slot. I've been happy with Clarion Spirit and Dorothea. I'm trying out Catgeist right now. I was playing some games right before this, and not having access to something that draws cards was a pretty big hit. So I'm going to try some Catgeists here and see how I like them. Then at the 3-drop slot, we've got a bunch. We've got Skyclave Apparition, which is a spirit, which is sweet. Then we've got some Elite Spellbinders, not a spirit, but I think necessary against the control decks and the blue-red decks. 2 copies of Catilda, Dawnheart Martyr. I've been impressed with Catilda in draft. I wanted to try off 2 copies of her here. She is going to be massive when she comes down. If you've got a board, if you don't have a board, she's still like a 2/2 or a 3/3 with lifelink that then can come back as an enchantment later on. I've just been impressed with her. Also, a lot of people are playing vampires decks, so she just wins against vampire decks, which is nice. And then we've got the Lord here too. And the whole deck is held together by the 4 Fading Hopes and the 4 Geistlight Snares and these 2 Circle of Confinements, which I'm playing instead of Portable Hole because it's an enchantment, which matters for Catilda and for Geistlight Snare. In the sideboard, I've got some more Circles of Confinement, some Malevolent Hermits. I've got the Dream Shackle Geists that I've been impressed with over here on the sideboard. Chaplain of Alms is a spirit on the backside, and it should be noted that Malevolent Hermit is also a spirit on the backside. And I think this can be really good against other like mid-rangey decks or decks where you need a little bit of protection of card advantage, I guess, because this is a 1/1 that turns into a 2/1 that gives all of your stuff Ward 1, which I think can be really valuable. Curse of Silence has shown up as a really good way to deal with the blue and red decks because you can name their card draw spells to slow them down, or you can name their big spells to make them harder to cast. Then we've got some Test of Talents and some Redain for the control decks and turns decks as well. So that's what I've put together here. It's been doing pretty okay. I don't think I've arrived on the final build of the deck by any means, but I've been happy with what I'm seeing here, and I hope I can show off a little bit of it in these matches. So let's go ahead and hop into it. All right, getting into our first match here against Daniel Dawson. We lost the die roll, but Daniel does have the Grolnuk pet, which is awesome. Yeah, this hand looks fine. We probably will find a land by the time we've got like 3 hits to find a land before it matters. And there we go. Not really the land we wanted, but it lets us cast the Patrician Geist at least. We're going to go Usher here. Oh, Clerics. Interesting. We'll attack. They're not interested in blocking. Okay. I'm just going to run out the Catgeist here. This thing's going to get big pretty quick. I'd like to find a Skyclave Apparition or a enchantment to take care of it. Sure. Oh, this thing's a Warlock. This thing's not a Cleric. Is this black-white vampires? Huh. If this is black-white vampires, I kind of just want to slam Catilda this turn. This trades for either of their creatures. Do I want it to trade for this? I think that's probably fine. Let's attack with both and see what they want to do. Sure. That makes sense. And then I'll just play Catilda out here. Next turn I can go Familiar plus Geist. I didn't talk too much about the Familiar. Oh no. Vanishing Verse. But opponent. So Stonebender's Familiar works well with all of the removal options we have. The Skyclave Apparitions, the Elite Spellbinders, and the another Vanishing Verse, yeah. Okay. And the enchantments are all ways to trigger the Stonebender's Familiar. Oh yeah, I'm not blocking. Fading Hope was an excellent draw here. So let's see. I think I'm trying to draw a card. Giving Usher Curiosity. Bouncing that. And go. No, they are clerics. Did they just miss that this isn't a cleric? I'm so confused. If you gain 4 or more life this turn, make an angel. Okay. So I'm gonna go Dorothea plus Circle. Circle's gonna take that. Pump up my Familiar. But I'm kind of out of ways to punch through. Like, this gets to attack, hit me for 4, and gain 4. Patrician Geist was a decent draw here, because now Dorothea can hold off their attacks. Oh no. And it gets exiled because of Lisa. Yeah. We're dead here. Okay, against them, I want the Dream Shackle Geists for sure. And the creatures I'm most scared of are their expensive creatures. I think I just need to rely on Geistlight Snare doing work. I'll cut the Clarion Spirits can make 1/1 blockers. Spellbinder can go here. Is that even true? Do I want this to go? Yeah, Spellbinder can go, and I'll trim something. I'm trying to decide, do I want the other 2 Circle of Confinements? They only hit small things. No, I think between, like, both what we have and what we saw, I think this should be okay. Alright, let's see if we can put up a little bit more of a fight this time. Yeah, we'll keep this. Seems okay. It's a little slow, but it's gonna be effective once I get up there. Dream Shacklegeist is a way that we can race the life linkers pretty efficiently. And there's a decent chance we draw something that we can play on 2 before this. Like I said before, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what what cards you want for this deck. It's a little awkward because you have some good 2-drops, and like obviously we're not playing Ascendant Spirit. I didn't want to play Ascendant Spirit because it needs snow mana to work, and the two color snow mana base gets really wonky. It's not that great. I want to play my deserted beaches and my pathways. So that means I'm playing the Stonebender's Familiar, which can get kind of big, but doesn't get like massive. It's all okay. But just trying to figure out what goes where and what the best combination is still what I'm working on. I've had lots of these decks, or decks like this that I've been relatively impressed with, but haven't gone back over too much yet. I'm planning on spending some time to go back over some of these decks, and really try to figure out what's good for them, what makes them tick. Look at how bubbly this guy is, though. Oh, that's so funny. Whee. All right. I guess the Snarls go good with the Snowlands, but I don't know. It's not where I want to be. So they've got their land. And they're just running out a naked Null Priest. Okay. I think I'm just going to slam the Dream Shacklegeist here. Tap that. Hit ya. If I can survive till next turn and then hold up Gaslight Snare, I'll be really happy. Just hope they don't kill this literally this turn. I'll be good. Just play to the board, opponent, please. Honestly, I'm fine with that. That's okay, too. I'd obviously like to get the Patrician Geist going, but I don't think I'm going to this turn. I'm just going to play the second Usher and attack, no boast. It's a little telegraphed what I've got, probably, but... yeah, I'll spend a counterspell here. And then we've got this. Hitcha. Go. And if I use my counterspell here, I can turn on the Cave of the Frost Dragon next turn. This one's going to resolve. I don't care too much. Yep. Ooh, Catilda's a nice pickup. Let's go attacking. If they want to trade this for one of my Ushers, I think I'm okay with that. They don't have any creature lands yet, so I'm not too worried about, like, just dying on the backside. Oh, that's fine. Cool. Got Catilda down. Counter that. Second Catilda. Okay, let's just turn on our Cave of the Frost Dragon. Smack ya. Go. They have another one? Yeah. Okay, Clarion Spirit's nice. It's gonna make Catilda a 5/5. Let's see. If I attack with Catilda and something else... I think I'm just attacking with Catilda. Put you to 2. Do I play the backup Catilda? I kind of want to. Because it triggers that. And I get to keep the untapped one to block. And then next turn I can just make something else a Catilda. Cool. Target this. Getcha. Okay. Gotta go into game 3, but that went pretty okay. They have these expensive cards that if I can set up for them, I'll be able to deal with. Though it kind of relies on Catilda or Geistlight Snare. Or the Dream Shackle, guys. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Our opponent's black-white deck is kind of a weird mix of some just decent black-white cards and some Cleric synergies. And some Angel synergies. All of which are good. It doesn't seem like their deck has too much of a theme yet. Alright, waiting on Daniel to finish sideboarding. I have really liked diving into these blue-based decks in Standard. I'm not always a blue player. If I'm playing blue, I usually like it to be like the 1 or 2 counter spells or like the little bit of tempo that you get from blue. I don't always love playing the more controlling decks, so it's been fun to have a couple of decks in Standard that are close that need to be workshopped and worked on, like zombies, like these spirits decks, because I'm enjoying myself. I'm liking diving into these decks. And apparently our opponent is not liking playing Magic with us right now. I would expect a longer sideboarding in game 1. Like, I take my time trying to figure out how I want my deck to be between games 1 and 2. Usually between games 2 and 3, you don't change it again too much. I guess that's not always true. If you see something that you really, really, really didn't expect, then you need to go back and change things. A good example of that is sometimes control decks will bring in creatures in games 2 and 3 because the other player's taking out most of their creature removal because the control deck has no creatures or only 1 creature game 1. But then they... This opening hand is so close to being good. Oh, I'm so tempted to keep this. There's so many ways this goes wrong, though. Nah, I've got a mulligan. Does the island go away? Yeah. Yeah, so Control X, bringing creatures game 2, you get beat by their creatures in the second game. What do you do for game 3? Do you go back and bring in some removal? Do they take their creatures back out? It's a whole mind game thing that's kind of fun to try to figure out. I think I'm just gonna confine this and hit for 2. Just get it off the battlefield. The confinement's only good against small creatures. Nice, I gain 2 life. Sweet. Do I want to offer the trade? Yeah, I am going to offer the trade. Oh, they want to take the trade? No, I didn't want them to. Okay. I didn't think they'd take that, because this can easily get bigger than my guy. I'll counter this one. Ooh, Catgeist is a nice pickup. So we'll go Catgeist, run this out on white, pass the turn. My turn. Catgeist, attack. I can pick up my Catgeist and play it again, but if I do that, I turn off my own counterspell. I can counter the hero's downfall to try to draw a card. I think I just let it happen and just turn my next creature into a Catgeist. Sure, Null Priest resolves. I'll go ahead and Fading Hope so I can try to draw something. Yeah, that works. Play this, pass the turn. Baleful Mastery. No, I think I will counter this now. That uses up their entire turn. I'm going to... Well, I was gonna attach Catgeist. I wonder if I should run out the Catilda. I'll try to spike a land. Nice. Alright. Your go. Cool. They just had a handful of removal spells. Enter for 2, draw a card. Skyclave Apparition's kind of nice. Yeah, I'll just Skyclave this right now. I don't want them gaining back life. Go. I think I am gonna save my Geist. And get the Scry. Yeah, find another Geist, sure. Just run both of these out here, hit you for 4. And now they're just dead? Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Spirits. I think spirits have something going on for them, you know? I really, really do. Alright. Crispy Boot is ready for battle. We're gonna play some more with the Spirits deck. And yeah, this hand seems fine. The double Deserted Beaches is a little awkward, but the rest of the cards in this hand are good. So we'll see what happens. Honestly, the island is fine, because now I can play island on turn 2. That doesn't really help me all that much, but that's a play I can make. It's just the same to just play the second Deserted Beach this turn. I guess if I play the island, it might represent that I have the bounce spell up. But this is fine. Chariot, not so fine. I do get to eat it with an apparition at least. So I'll do that. That's going to power up the Stonebinder's Familiar. Our hand is actually pretty well suited to power up Stonebinder's Familiar. This does it. This does it. Yep. Moonveil Regent, kind of scary. We're going to take it off the table with Skyclave Apparition. They did get to get value out of it, though. Would have been nice to find a land there. Obviously, we're just going to do this, though. Power that up. No attacks. If they don't play this card, or are they Shadow Skull Smashing? The way they hovered over those things made it look like they might be doing a Shadow Skull Smashing or something. Yeah, I think that's what this is. They're trying to pay X mana. Yep. Well, that obviously was not great for us. And our mana let us down a little bit this game. I think I'll take a risk that they might draw something here and play Spirit and then just make that one go away. Land. I think I'll keep land. Because it means I can play either of these and hold up Geistlight Snare. Yeah, no blocks this turn. So we'll just run out the Patrician Geist this turn. Nothing else to do. Are we attacking yet? Don't think so. The Den of the Bugbear can attack, but it's just gonna run into my creature, my token. Like, I'm pretty happy to block like this. Oh, they had another one anyways? Sure. So this turn, I could double spell. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cast 2 spells this turn. Turns off my Geistlight Snare for a turn, but I think that's fine. Just getting more free creatures off of the Clarion Spirit's pretty good. Oh, they're conceding? I thought they were in a better spot there. Okay. Against Temur mid-range stuff. The Circle of Confinements are decent. The Dream Shacklegeists are pretty good. Do I want the Chaplain of Alms? I don't think so. And what's not so good? The Usher of the Fallens are not amazing. They just like run into the Jesper Sentinels. But then they can trade for 2/1s later on, so maybe that's fine. Yeah, I think I want to make sure I have 1-drops in my deck still so I can play one of them on turn 1, and then I can hold up Geistlight Snare on turn 2 if I need to. You know what? The Circle of Confinement doesn't hit a ton, does it? Maybe I'll stick with just 2 of those and then just trim a little bit. Like trim 1 of each of these and trim... Oh, our opponent just is done. Huh. Well, our last opponent just kind of decided they didn't want to play this game. Maybe they had an event they wanted to prepare for and didn't want to waste their time playing against a brew like this. But this video is already getting kind of long and I don't want to try to squeeze another match in. So we're just going to call it here. I hope that I was able to show off what I think this deck can do. I think that there's some cool stuff going on here. I'm sure I don't have the numbers 100% right across these spells, but I think these are the ones you want to be playing in some numbers. I've been impressed with Dream Shacklegeist out of the sideboard. Maybe there's a way where we don't play some of like the Elite Spellbinder and some of the Catildas or something, and we make it more blue based so the Dream Shacklegeists get in. Maybe we need to be playing a spell that draws us cards to refuel versus relying on the Catgeist. Though the Catgeist has been totally fine. We don't have as much evasion in this build as we do in the blue build, obviously, but I don't know that it matters because these 2 creatures can get pretty big and trade on the ground. And Fading Hope has been amazing to kind of keep us all honest. So yeah, that's going to be it for me for today. I hope you've enjoyed this this video, this deck, these games. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.